This is my first time in Damascus, Syria, a city I had only known through history books and news headlines. Walking here feels like stepping into a world I have yet to understand. I didn't come to explain Syria or to resolve anything. I came to see what survives after centuries of change and hardship, and to learn what resilience looks like from the people themselves. And maybe to question my own fear too. What I'm drawn to is the daily life of locals through simple interactions and admiring their skills and passions. And I keep wondering, is Damascus defined by what has happened to it, or by how Damascenes continue to live despite all that has happened to them? Good morning, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Damascus. I am with Rami.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sifa.
Yeah, so he's the key person that invited me to come over.
Yeah.
And I don't think without him I would have the courage to come here by myself.
Thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure you will do something tremendously beautiful about Syria.
Well, that's a lot of pressure. But it's already been so incredible the first night being here. I am here in the courtyard of the hotel I'm staying at. It's so beautiful. And you said this is part of the experience.
This is part of the experience. I mean, we prefer that our guests stay always in this ancient house, which belonged to a family that lived like 150 or 200 years ago, and just actual family with the parents, with the children, grandchildren,
Wow.
the wives and the husbands and so on. And yeah, it's really first-hand, authentic experience.
But I'm looking forward to showing you a bit more of Damascus because Rami has been so generous enough to spend his time with
Thank
me
you.
today and
It's a pleasure.
share his local knowledge with us and see what else there is to it. So I am currently in one of the alleyways in the old town, and Rami actually brought me to one of the local craftsmen that he was also giving me this Turkish delight. Tastes a bit like ginger. So this is Mr. Abutoni?
Abutoni.
He's been doing his work for well over 55 years. 55
years and always with the same passion, you know. And he
looks very young because I think he's got so much passion for the work that he does.
تقول أنت شاب يعني تبدو شاب لأنه عندك شغف.
الله يخليك.
Yeah. Very good. Oh, what a smiley guy. I love it. We have been invited. We have been invited to just sit here and drink tea under this really shaded alleyway, like with some gorgeous trees and flowers, with just people passing by, cycling. Very much, thank you very much. So I am currently being shown some of his younger work, photos he's taken for all the craftsmanship he's done over the years. Oh wow. Wow, look at this chair.
So actually you might think that Mr. Abutoni is a carpenter, right? Because you can see this is kind of carpentry, there is wood and so on. But no, actually he's not, he's an artist. Why? Because to do such an art, you need to have kind of creativity, right? And you can't do these pieces at once. You cannot just decide, okay, I want to do this piece, because he actually does bulk. Like every poet has words as raw materials. He, as a creative carpenter, has this, his alphabet, his words, right? From these geometrical shapes, he can shape these kind of stuff, right? Mosaic is the profession. When we say Damascus mosaic, it is this profession which is wood inlaid with mother of pearl. And they use different woods because every wood has its own color. And you can see here, actually they didn't use pigments to color this wood, right? No, actually the type of the wood has this color.
So you were showing me your grandchildren. And Anthony.
Anthony. Sako.
Faku.
Sako. هذا ساكو. وهذا أنطوني.
Oh, there's another one. How
Oh.
many grandchildren?
ماريتا.
Wow.
ماريتا. أنطوني. جو.
I miss my grandpa. I do not have any grandpas anymore. So just
اشتقت لجدها وما عندها جد يعني فهي حستك بمثابة حدا يعني بيقرب.
so just seeing you being so proud, showing your grandchildren is very nice. So what do you call this road that we are walking currently?
It's the straight street. It's the oldest functioning street in Damascus. 1,500 meter long. It links the city from the west to east. And yeah, I mean, this is the oldest functioning street. It's mentioned in the Bible, by the way.
You know, something about traveling to Syria makes you think that you don't know anything about history, because everything has got so much depth of stories, histories, and it's fascinating to just witness. Obviously, there's so much to learn and to absorb at the same time. The stories of the resilience, you know, like people still do their art and their work through hardships, even tough times. And you know, you need to have some level of faith, knowing that there's something good happening, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we have come to this gorgeous cafe, which is called Cozette. And as you can see, there are so many sittings, and obviously the courtyard is so unassumingly well done, because in front of the door, there's nothing that indicates this exists. And I think it requires some local knowledge for you to find this gorgeous spot. And everyone can order their drinks, juice, sisha, it's absolutely something that I truly admire in the Arabic culture. Do you know what I was thinking earlier about sitting here, being surrounded by this gorgeous greeneries, plants, with the sound of the fountain and this ambiance. And I just think what I love about the cafe experience so far is there's that laid-back attitude towards it, and anyone can be here. You hang out with your friends, drinking coffee, drinking your Arabic coffee, or probably smoking shisha, and you don't have to have this sort of like poshness attitude towards it. Like this interior design behind me, gosh, they've done such an amazing job, I think.
Yeah. So we are now in one of the lovely cozy cafes, but it was actually a Damascene house turned into a cafe, and it's around 300 years old. By the way, we are in the Jewish quarter now, so most likely Jewish family lived in this quarter. And you can see, like, maybe you noticed that your hotel, this place, other Damascene houses, they share the same traits. Like, for example, the open courtyard. The open courtyard is always like open roof, right? And then surrounded by rooms. And you have the fountain, actually. The fountain is a main component because it functioned as the old AC, you know?
Hello, what's his name?
Snowy.
Snowy. Oh, look at. Oh gosh, so gorgeous. You're so gorgeous, aren't you? Oh, so fluffy. Is he not too hot?
For her,
Yes.
it's too much.
Yes, too much. Oh, Snowy. Snowy. Oh. So we are currently at the Jewish quarter. Did you say?
Yes. So this is the Jewish quarter. Usually it's quieter than other quarters. The Jewish quarter used to have Jewish people, Damascene Jewish, you know, and they had Damascene houses here, just like other Damascene people. And you know, during the war, a lot of Jewish people immigrated and left the country. But you know, we had the biggest Jewish population in the Middle East. There are a lot of things that characterize Syria or distinguish Syria from other civilization, but one really special trait about Syria is diversity.
Yes.
And what we call the mosaic, that Syrian mosaic.
Wow.
And it's combination of ethnicities, religious groups, ethnic groups, and so on.
Oh, encompassing in one
like
place.
just combining them together makes Syria unique.
How does this even happen? We were just walking and then suddenly there's an art gallery.
Like group of artists, they started this project,
Oh,
and you
wow.
can see how lovely, how beautiful is these things.
Yeah. Did you say that's a Palestinian embroidery?
Palestinian embroidery and Syrian artisan oil painting.
So
This
that's
is my
a paint.
idea, combining
very-
both of them.
How long
As
did it take you?
Well, it took a lot of time because this embroidery really needs some time to be honest with you. But this one took only about 1 or 2 hours by Mr. Muhammad Turaifi, our artist, our greatest artist. Of course, you are now getting the experience of about 30 years of work. This is palette knife painting, oils on canvas. We do it with these tools, you know, to give the painting special touches and special effects. In Old Damascus is known for the cozy atmosphere in it, and the cozy, cozy temperature of the old houses that you have already photographed outside. So in the imagination of the artist, he always advises us that please do cozy impact. Don't be so strict in lines when you paint Old Damascus. It's not like that.
It's been incredibly impressive to see Mr. Ahmed doing his painting on the spot from scratch. And now in just a matter of minutes, it's already been so vivid to see like this Damascus-esque painting. It must have been something that he's got on his
memory stamped vividly because it's as if like it's just flowing like water. And I read this somewhere that in times of hardships and war, art is something that sort of revive, cures people, like art, poetry, and liberate, and you have to express that. I'm just going to say this is Mr. Muhammad that has been so skillfully painting in just a matter of few minutes, and he finishes his painting, and I was told that the painting will be gifted to me as a gift so that I can always remember. Shukran, thank you. How wonderful, thank you so much. So something that stuck with me with the conversation I just had with the painter is this element that is cozy, that feels very cozy walking through Old Damascus, and how there is this creative chaos, as we call it. Because as you can see, there's element of grapevine, there's that old warmth building, the elements of human aspect of this just on the streets, you see it everywhere, and the grapevine I was talking about, and suddenly out of nowhere you've got lots of different bikes. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Murad.
Murad, and you?
My name is Elian.
Lian, oh, nice to meet you. So cute. How old are you?
2.
8,
لا
4,
أنا أجيت من لبنان.
5,
لا
6,
7.
7. And you? 5, 4, 6,
عمرها 7.
5. 5. Wow, that's a big number. Oh, they're so sweet that they're just approaching me, saying hi. Oh, hello, marhaba.
Please.
Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, I'm a bit emotional.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh.
I can understand.
Oh, that is so amazing. Oh, that doesn't happen very often in the video. It's so amazing that I get so emotional. What has happened to me? So what is this place? Can you tell me?
Actually, it used to be a house.
Yeah.
Like a family lived here, just like the same concept. But
Wow.
this is a workshop. Meet Ammar.
Oh,
The
hello.
one who will guide us through the workshop and show us the oldest loom.
So this is the oldest machine that still exists.
Exactly. You can say it's the only loom in the entire Syria.
Wow. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. It looks hard. It's hard. So one, open that. Oh wow, this is intricate. And then push it. I don't think I'm made for this. Good. Will you hire me? I don't think they will hire me. So I was asking earlier whether we can see the final product after spending 10,000 hours on this, and some of this are displayed here. It's absolutely so colorful. So what do you do usually with this?
We make it with bags.
Bags?
Yes.
Look at that. Wow, the level of craftsmanship to this. So I'm currently wearing really gorgeous gold shawl, and you were saying that this is supposedly for women.
Yes.
And this in
For men.
for men. And what do you do with this?
For wedding.
Weddings?
Yes. For wedding, for Christmas.
Oh,
I think this
okay.
color for Christmas.
Yes, that's a good color
Yeah.
for Christmas. And I was told that turns out the Queen Elizabeth actually was gifted one of these. What do you call this? Brocades. It was something that was gifted to her by the very first Syrian president. That was so interesting. Wow. Not only I was gifted a painting earlier, but they are gifting me something too. Why do you do that? You don't have to do that. That's
And this is
You
the logo
deserve
of
it.
wow.
the logo of the
Al-Sahra.
foundation. Al-Sahra.
Oh, so this is a foundation.
Yes.
Al-Sahra, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. What's your name again?
My name Ammar.
Ammar.
Yes,
Nice
it's
to
Ammar.
meet you. Charafna.
Hello.
Charafna. Nice to meet you, Ammar. So I was asking Rami, can we please have a break for any afternoon snack or food? And I have found this hole on the wall, and I thought, what's that? It looks so interesting because you have got this dome shape behind you, and it looks like they are making crepe. We've got cheese, we've got a bit of spices. Do we have it with us? Oh, right.
It's very hot.
It is so hot. So simple, but so good. You see, locals are lining up already. So I've asked specifically a second portion, and I asked, can we try other flavor? And Rami said, oh, why don't you try za'atar, which is some sort of herbs. It looks quite interesting. Oh man, so fragrant. It's so simple. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. And so crunchy as well. Hi. What's your name?
Jana.
Jana. And you?
Maria.
Maria. Very nice to meet you. Are you waiting for this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Are you from here?
Yeah.
From Damascus?
Yeah.
Do you live in? I'm just traveling.
You are blogger?
Yes, on YouTube.
Very
Yeah, thank you so much. Are you very shy? The camera. It's okay. You're also pretty. Or is it Jamila? Jamila.
Thanks.
Thank you. Charafna. Charafna. Very nice. Charafna. What shop is this?
This shop is for the Friday meal.
So you specifically have a meal for Friday.
Try hummus.
Ah, thank you so much. Oh, look. So we've got fresh hummus. And then we've got this. Oh, wow. Yeah, very good. That is so good. Thank you. Sahar, thank you so much. Shukran. Thank you. So we've got hummus and peas, chickpeas. Oh, that is so good. I think the garlic hits the right spot. Bye, thank you so much. How wonderful. This neighborhood looks absolutely stunning because of its old character building, and yeah, it just got so much story. I can feel it dripping through the walls and just constant stuff happening, people walking, and whereas fruit seller over here and kids are just hanging about. It's absolutely enormous. Just experience this. I was saying to Rami that I feel like a celebrity because some people give you gifts and then some people would say stop saying hi, and it makes you feel so warm. So it's just nice memories, and I think these are the interactions that makes travel. I think I love when people are outside and doing stuff, you know, it's like so much life happening. Makes me feel very, very grateful for today. So I'd like to specifically thank Rami for spending the time with me.
You know, because I got a lot of gifts.
I know, look, I said, Rami said, you've been to that place many times.
Many times. This is the first time I get a gift.
Yeah, I bring good luck for you, Rami.
Exactly. I think the secret is your beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, smile is the best.
The key.
Yes, the key to connect to people, and I agree with that. So, yeah, lovely.
We left Damascus early the next morning, just after sunrise. After spending so much time inside the old city, surrounded by people, the road felt like an exhale. The silence felt different, wider, more open. Our first stop was Ma'alula, a small Christian town tucked into the mountains, and one of the very few places in the world where a form of ancient Aramaic is still spoken, a language believed to be close to what Jesus once spoke.
مجد الأب وإبري وروحه بوتشو هوش وأخو القوامة عم طاي التهرة آمين. أو بوحتي بشمو يتكتش إشمخ تثيلي ملكخ يتكن تتشبع عيلي إخمن بشموخت على رعب أبليح لحمح أخو اليومح وغفر ليه بحتيوثح إخمل أنا حمغفرين تمخت عمينح ولا تشعبرين نحب تغربتشا بيس حسيناح مشيدا آمين.
Amen.
I expected to feel historic, almost frozen in time, but instead it felt lived in. Standing there, I realized that survival doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks ordinary, quiet, almost easy to miss. From Alula, we continued higher into the mountains. The air changed, valleys opened up beneath us. We stopped at Our Lady of Sednaya Monastery. It felt calm, still, and almost suspended above everything else. Later, we reached the monastery of St. Moses, perched high above the valley. A place that was once in ruins, now rebuilt, and still home to monks today. Inside, the frescoes were worn and imperfect, not restored to look new, just cared for enough to remain. What stayed with me wasn't the grandeur of these places, but the fact that they were still lived in, still part of the present. As we left the mountain and continued north, the landscape began to change again. Passing through homes, the destruction was almost impossible to ignore. Buildings hollowed out, yet daily life continued on. It was the first moment on this journey where the war felt unmistakably visible. There was nothing I wanted to explain here, so I just watched. Later that afternoon, we passed through Hama. The city is known for its ancient water wheels that is still part of the city, surrounded by noise and everyday life. We continued on to Aleppo, and as the road carried us forward, I kept thinking about how much of Syria exists in between the headlines, in languages still spoken, in monasteries rebuilt, in cities scarred but still standing.